What's up, you guys? What's up, fam? Today we are going to be talking about the dragon. Ooh, dragons. Let's see how the day's gonna be. How dope is it gonna get? We are in for some magic today, boys and girls. We're in for some magic today, though. I got my green tea. It is piping hot. Giving this tea to Azazel as we were talking about the dragons. We're talking about the dragon energy today, as well how to manifest using the occult, the dragons, working with dragons, understanding them from a demonic perspective, as well as just working with the energies and the wisdom of the dragons. A good way to work with a new being, a good way to work with a new spirit. Oh, thank you, babe. Oh, thank you, babe. Hey. A good way to work with, shout out to Mastering Spirit with Tamara. Thank you for all that you do. A good way to work with a new being, or to work with beings in general, is to offer them or give them an offering of coffee, tea, wine, incense, like, right, all these different kinds of things. So as I've worked with Azazel the past few years, Lord Azazel, I give you this offering of green tea. For I wish to embrace ascension. I wish to embrace evolutionary knowledge and becoming my greatest version, as I choose to go, as I choose to test myself and push myself further along my journey. Because that's what it, despite how I feel, that's what the energies of the dragon are for. They're for you to push yourself, to rise, to grow stronger than ever. A lot of people are limited in the way in which they perceive reality. They're limited in their thinking, and they're limited in their being. The reason, though, why they're limited is because they're not choosing to embrace their strengths. They're not choosing to embrace who they are or who they're meant to become. A lot of us want to instead go into our self-doubt and our loathing. We would rather go into our self-doubt and our loathing instead of stepping into our power. Why? Because stepping into your power is harder to some. It takes courage to step into your power. It takes courage to know who you are in a world of darkness. In a world that does not know themselves, know yourself. Know who you are and know who you're meant to be. This is the energies of the dragons, even played out to the Egyptians. Know who you are and know who you're meant to be. This is ancient wisdom. Know thyself. The more and more that we uncover who we are, that we uncover our path leads to our purpose. And it is from embracing our purpose and leaving our legacy. It is through embracing our purpose that we master ourselves. And then the legacy in which we are leaving behind is from this mastery of ourself. We leave behind that which we are and that which we are remembered by. So the thing is, the more you choose to embrace your growth, your evolution, your ascension, you are embracing the energies of the dragon. You are embracing the path of the dragon, and you are allowing everything to unfold as it must. For myself, I didn't know I was a dragon. I didn't know I was a draconic soul. But when I look back at everything that I used to do in my life and how intense I was in everything that I did, always going after mastery, whether it be for myself at a young age, trying to master skating, master scootering, master music, rapping, guitar, shamanism. I don't think that there's one thing that I pursue that I haven't chosen to master. And as I look back and I reflect on my life, I can see the energies of the dragon. I can see Belial. I can see Azazel. I can see these beings always were protecting me. They were always making sure my survival, my ascent, that I became my greatest version through pushing me through endless trials. I remember back in the beginning, I didn't have the mind for any trials. I did. I did have the mind for trials, but the thing is, I didn't choose to embrace them as trials. In the beginning, I was someone that always complained about my life or my journey. Oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I'm this person. Oh, how am I going to do this? How am I why can't I master this? Right? I was one of those people that if I wasn't good at it, I kind of just got mad. Like I just hated it because I wasn't good at it. So I just put it down. So I only embraced the things that I could master, that I was good at. And when I look back, as much as that is a positive, I did really well in these endeavors. A lot of those endeavors were more self-gratifying. Yes, they taught me disciplines, but they didn't make me disciplined as a being. And a lot of people don't understand that along this path, everyone wants power, everyone wants purpose, everyone wants to know themselves, but no one wants to be disciplined. You have to understand discipline to understand who you are. You have to be disciplined and able to just stare at a wall for 10 to 20 minutes to actually be able to go within and silence your mind and understand who you are. Discipline is something that I learned from the dragons, that I learned from Azazel and these beings that are teaching us. It's through embracing discipline that we can become our greatest version, that we can evolve. I might discipline myself and say, I'm going to do 100 push ups, right? I have to do the 100 push ups despite how I feel, because how I feel does not matter. What matters is the fact that I did the push ups, I did the work. The thing is, you can live your life frivolously and then die. You could have said your whole life, I'm going to do the push ups, I'm going to do the work, I'm going to leave the legacy, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. But the thing is, if you never truly did that thing, you wasted your life. People will waste their life saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But the thing is, do they truly do it? That's what this life is about. If you are a fighter, then fight. If you are a lover, then love. If you are an artist, then create art. If you are a painter, then paint. If you are a musician, create and compose great and beautiful works of art. A lot of people don't understand what this life is for. They frivolously treat it as if it's nothing until they are tested only to die or be reawakened to a new life. We have to die in order to wake up. We have to die in order to become our greatest version. You have to peel off the layers of the old self in order to rise into a new self. Um, so at the moment, I'm not doing tarot card readings, Danielle. I do have, in a sense, like the tarot card readings. There's a price listed down below. It's just $10 and stuff like that. But other than that, Danielle, feel free to ask a question. I am doing free questions and stuff. So maybe you can ask, how are you going to get a new job? Or what, or ask about the steps that you've been doing in order to attain a new job. Um, oh, that's a really good question, Mastering Spirit. Or Tamara, that's a really good question. So do you think self-mastery and wealth go hand in hand? Why do some people attract abundance without mastering of self? Self-mastery and abundance definitely go hand in hand. The thing is, self-mastery is many areas and outlets of influence. When you are choosing to master yourself, you can go into many different outlets in the beginning, but you must start with a proper foundation. Start with a proper foundation of breath work, of meditation, of calming your mind. There's many that are CEOs running high-level corporations getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the thing is, are they actually intelligent? Do they actually know themselves, or are they just a puppet of that corporation being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to sit in a seat and be on their phone and do a whole bunch of things that honestly at the end of the day are useless, illusory, and do not matter. So, do you think self-mastery and wealth tie hand in hand? A CEO could master the corporation, but have they mastered themselves? So when it comes to attracting abundance, you don't have to master yourself. But in mastering yourself, you will attract abundance at a faster rate if you choose to embrace that bracket of self mastery. Look at yourself as a character in a video game, right? There's wealth, intelligence, um, relationship, work, right? It's however you choose to grow yourself in those brackets, that's what you will come about. You could be a master of love, right? But you could even loving yourself and have the love to attract abundance. But if you're not doing the physical work to put out the abundance, right, to receive as a conduit that abundance, then that abundance won't come to you. A lot of people can make money based off the fact that they are in front of money. This is something that Andrew Tate says. If you want to make money, don't do what you love. Don't do like the things that are just. Instead, just stand in front of money, right? So I can think of a whole bunch of outlets right now that could attract me abundance. But the thing is it a part of my purpose? Is it a part of my growth? Will it grow me or detriment me? A lot of people might do like work at a corporation, right? The corporation, they have to spend 18 hours a day at that corporation. That corporation is now siphoning all of their energy. It's so they might be getting money, they might be getting abundance, but the thing is they're losing their soul. They're losing the chance to achieve themselves because they're giving so much of themselves to this matrix. So the moment that when they die, they have achieved nothing. Maybe, yes, they grew themselves through that corporation or through getting to the heights. So yes, if they embraced self-mastery and understood why they are there, then they will attract abundance based off that self-mastery and then based off the things in which they've done to accumulate it. This is why a spiritual master placed in a CEO setting can manifest mass amounts of abundance not only for themselves but as well as their corporation and their company, despite how much abundance everyone under them can manifest. If they are the beacon, then they are now manifesting for the rest of that company. So self mastery. But when you as well embrace instead a path of self mastery, money will come to you. But the thing is, if you are embracing the self mastery, you'd have to put yourself out there, or abundance will is always there. You will always feel abundant. And also, you say attract abundance with abundance. By abundance, do you mean money, or do you mean like abundance of wealth, because everything is abundance. A spiritual master is abundant in knowledge and wisdom. They might not always have physical pleasures because they didn't choose to pursue specifically money. Yeah, I got the question. One second. So if you don't choose to pursue money, then of course money will never come into your life. But as for us, we are all abundant. We are abundant in a spirit and a soul. And if you can tap into your soul, then you will always be abundant no matter what endeavor you go about. So abundance will always be achieved. Why do some people attract abundance without mastering of self? They're grounded into the mundane. They're grounded into the 3D matrix and world, and because they're grounded, they don't understand self mastery is even a thing, or that they should be searching for that. Usually people who are searching for self mastery are teachers and as well dragon souls. If you are a dragon, you embrace self mastery in whatever discipline you're choosing to desire. So let's go with that. What's up, Philip? What's up, fam? What were the next steps for the interview for my new job? What are the next steps for the interview for my new job? That what do you mean by that question? I don't know, or I don't know what job you have in a sense. So as for, are you waiting on a second interview, or are you wait? I mean, you got it. Like I can feel you got it. Or are you working at Vaughn's or something like that? I used to work at Vaughn's. I worked at Vaughn's when I was 17 and 18. Um, I can feel a good vibe off of it. Also Danielle, you're doing really well. Your energy seems really vibrant. You've definitely been working on yourself. Um, grow marsh pennywort to attract money. Okay, marsh pennywort. Pennywort. Marsh pennywort. Thank you for that, Heathen Coalition. What's up, Heathen? What's up? The coalition is here. Um, I will look into Marsh Pennyworth. Word. Thank you. Sell me your soul to attract money. Ah, you're funny. You're funny, Ethan. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Yeah. It's like, oh, if I just got to put my blood on the right there on the dotted line. Oh, sign me up. $1 million. Sign me up. Soul gone. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tamara. I feel like I could have went more in depth, but if you wanted to ask more about topics like that, Mass or Tamara, I'd really like to answer stuff like that. You ask really good questions. Shout out to you, Mastering Spirit with Tamara. Shout out to my girl, my wifey. So in hoodoo, they use water with bladderwrack to mop floors in business, doorknobs to attract money. Oh, to attract abundance. Ooh, that's Eden Coalition. That's really good. Okay, they use water with bladder, and it would make sense water too, because water is the abundance. Like the flowing of water is the same thing as the flowing of money. Okay. Okay, got the penny word, and then bladder what? Bladder. Yeah, but do you guys have any questions about either occult mastery, spirituality, or manifestation? So I am in the mood for answering questions. Tarot is $10 for 3 to 5 reading, or you can also down payment it. If you want to down payment a reading, my readings are $44 to $88. If you are part of the live, I will give you a tarot reading for $20, a private reading after the live if you wanted. As well, if you check down below, I'm also doing what is it called, reservations for spell work. Usually my spell work is more expensive, but I like to give you guys, anybody that's on the live, kind of like reservations as well. If you did attend the live, any of my anything you see down below in terms of services is half off if you do desire. So let me know if any of you guys would like a service. I am free after this until about 5, so just letting you guys know. Hey, what's up, Plug? Plug says, explain the negative energy on the planets. Negative can be by negative. Okay, you're asking an occultist about negative energy. There's positive polarities and negative polarities. By negative, do you mean bad or do you mean negative as in like say like angels are a positive polarity, demons are a negative polarity? So, or do you just mean like the fact that like CERN is trying to open up like some like smash atoms and open up some portal to some interdimensional plane where like they're trying to get archons to seep into this reality and then control people? Like, yeah, because like, okay, bad energy. Okay, so there's many ways in which I can go about what you're asking, but explain the negative energy on this planet. I mean, archons to some can be just considered negative entities that try to fuck with you. If you are walking the magical path, if you are more of a negative polarity and choose psychic vampirism, archons can't really do anything to you because you are the dark matter and you embrace the dark matter. But as for negative energy, there's a lot of different things going on. Like CERN literally smashes atoms together, and then we just watch them. Oh, look, they're just smashing atoms as if that's normal. And then they get they get a whole bunch of corporate funding or government funding to smash these atoms. Which, does anyone know what smashing atoms does? That opens a hole into our universe. Like, why are they even trying to smash atoms? That sounds pretty fucking ignorant to me. If we go on top of that, if you look at the different ways in which society is orchestrated through government and government's trying to control us, I mean, that's a lot of negative energy. The fact that politicians are pedophiles, yet get paid $250,000, and people think that the president is going to change anything about their life when he's some 86-year-old man, that if he was standing right here, I'd just go, and he turn into dust and bones. Like, what, in a sense, what negative energy? There's negative energy all around us. Um, and it's all about how you choose to transmute that and live your life. Like, what, let's look at a school. What is a school? It's just an indoctrination center created by like a whole bunch of elite people in a room talking about how can we manipulate their brain to think this? How can we push the next TikTok or app on them so that their brains get destroyed by all the dopamine that's running through them and they get TikTok brain to the point that I have ADHD. I have ADHD. Just stare at this wall for 10 minutes and it'll cure your ADHD. I can't meditate. I can't meditate. I have ADHD. Da, 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 da. There's so much negative energy in this world trying to guide us into chaos, trying to guide us into insanity. The thing is, negative energy is all around us if you choose to utilize it or look at it. What you should do, though, is breathe, is start to take up meditation so that you can calm your mind and then you can transmute all the negative energy so that you can transmute all the chaos and everything that's going around so that you can understand why the negative energy is there and as well why the negative polarity is as well there, because if you don't understand polarities then you don't even, what is negative energy? There's negative energy thinks you're negative. So everything is, or bad energy thinks that you're bad. So everything is, it's all choice. It's all perception at the end of the day. What is it? Black people, like white people, black people and white people, slavery, right? Slaves thought that they should be liberated and they thought that was good. But then white people or slave owners thought that keeping slaves to do their work for free and no money and for no reason was no, but that's how it should work. They should be under us. So slave owners think that slaves are bad, but slaves think that slave owners are bad. So bad is all distinctive. It's all what you choose to perceive at the end of the day. Like just like Friedrich Nietzsche said, beyond good and evil, there is no good, there is no evil, there just is. And things happen. So I hope that answered your question. Wait, so if you walk the dark path, are the archons the ones that mess with negative slash positive path? Okay, wait. Yeah, like okay, so you can be walking the negative path and still like the negative polarity. like negative polarity, right? So working with demons doesn't mean you're bad, but the negative polarity, archons can still attack both parties, but archons will most likely attack usually a negative polarized magician that is more positively polarized. So it's like if they're negative but acting positive, an archon can kind of like fuck with them in that way, just in the same way that a more positively polarized being in a negative universe or a negatively polarized universe, because we have a very negatively polarized universe with the way in which elites try to rule it, right? Then they would attack the very light entities or the Sephirothic influenced people. I remember when I was in the Sephiroth, that's when I would get more spiritually fucked with, because I was in the Qliphoth the whole time, but only going through the Sephirothic aspect of the initiation. So I didn't have enough power, knowledge, or understanding to evade Archon influence. Now I understand. I like when you understand at a certain point you are everything in the universe, you are even the things in which are negating your ascension. So I even though I hate archons, I love archons. Why? Because they're testing me to become my greatest version. Love your enemies. And then through loving them, you are now emitting that vibration to them. So universally speaking, your enemies love you. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if someone says they hate you. If they're giving you good advice, it sounds like love to me. Oh yeah, guys, make sure to like the video as you're here. There's 9 people here. We got 9 homies, only 5 likes. Come on, guys, what you doing? No, I'm joking. But so okay, mastering spirit with Tamara. If someone's purpose doesn't make them a living, should doesn't make should they oh yes. Okay, that's a really good question. Also, what's up, White Soul? What's up, Nathan? Glad to see you here, homie. Glad to see you. So, how's your day been, fam? So, if someone's purpose, this is a question from, hey, what's up, Red Moon? What's up, Red Moon? What's up, fam? Hey, glad to see you here. So, how's your day been? So, we have a question from Mastering Spirit with Tamara. If oh wait, actually going back to Daniel Sharkey. Hey, you know Blanket and Mister are friends. Who's Mister? Danielle, who's I don't know who's. Oh, did you know Blanket? That's so dope, Daniel. Dude, that's so dope, Sharky. Okay, you and Blanket are friends? That's so dope. That's so cool. So I'm happy about that, you guys. Like, guys, you can meet friends on this live stream. That's so cool. Like, because like 2 people, Sharky and someone else met, and they're the same age. I was like, you guys be friends now. And then they started messaging each other, and I guess now they're friends. So that's dope. I love to hear confirmation like that. That's so beautiful. Like that's so you making friends. You making friends. So back to mastering spirit with Tamara's question. If someone's purpose doesn't make them a living, should they still pursue it? Always pursue your purpose, because the thing is, okay, this my mind you talking to a professional girl, so my mind really expands up into like a million things when you say things like that. Pursue your purpose while you make a living, you know? If you're not making enough off of your services in some way, if you do life coaching, manifestation, tarot, divination, work a 9 to 5 as you are trying to embrace your purpose. And the thing is, if you work that 9 to 5, the 9 to 5 will actually give you the right credentials or the right discipline in which you can take that 8 hours of understanding and as well money. Because okay, so say with what you've asked, mastering spirit or Tamara, you could say that you are time, you have time, so you're time rich and you're money poor, but you're embracing your path and your purpose. So time rich, money poor, you have time. So if you have time, you should go out, and start to make money. If you have time, right? So the time that you would spend on your purpose in the beginning, you first need to do a side quest. This is all a video game. So once you do the side quest and you go out and you start to make money, do not be frivolous with that money. But because you have a purpose, right? You aren't working a 9 to 5 like everybody else. You're working a 9 to 5 for a purpose, right? To move yourself forward, to ascend, to grow. So as long as you don't let that 9 to 5 stick you into the matrix and into the mundane, you will be able to then keep afloat, right? Trading in your time for money. Once you get enough money, say you save up $2,000 maybe. You have rent paid for the month. Now you could choose for yourself whether to continue to work that job and I'm not saying to not follow your purpose in this time, but what I'm saying is that you could follow your purpose by working the job and thinking about what you want to do after the job. And the moment you get home, you don't go on the couch to watch TV. You don't just jerk off and do nothing and fall asleep no, you spend the next 2 hours on yourself, disciplining yourself and doing just what you did at that job for 7 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, right? You now do at home for at least 2 hours. You can't give someone 9 hours of your time and not give yourself 2 hours to work on your own business. That is fucking insanity, right? But at the same time, that's what the Matrix wants. The Matrix wants you a slave, continuing to perpetuate your slave job, being a slave with your slave mind, right? So you can't think your way out of the situation that you were placed in. That's what it wants. It wants you a slave. So the only way that you're going to liberate yourself and get out of being a slave is to then do the work. So now take the next few weeks if you're still working your job, right? To embrace your purpose after and see how much you can get accomplished. And the more that you can get accomplished on your purpose, right? The more that you can actually start to shift and then eventually you won't need your job because you will be time rich or you'll be money rich from one working the slave job and then now accumulating money on the side with your endeavors, with your services and with your skills. So now you're making enough to stay afloat and maybe you can pull back on your work hours, right? So maybe you can pull back on your work hours and only work, say, 5 hours a day. Okay, two. We got to do push-ups after this. I'll do push-ups after this. Thank you, Nathan. You only have to two as well as I'm saying this. So King Paimon energies around. You will now only have to work 5-hour days, or maybe only 20 hours that whole week, right? So now you shifted from working 50 hours at your job, you're now only working 20 hours, so you're getting like a third of the paycheck. So maybe you're only getting like $300 a month working that job, but now you also choose to go into or you're also doing your spiritual services and maybe depending on your price, you're making $500 a week based off your spiritual service because you have clients coming to you every day and people just want your service because you're so good, right? So now you're earning $1,500, $1,500 to $2,000 from your spiritual work, which yes takes more energy to do, but you're now loving your job. You're now loving your purpose. You're now loving who you are. So your life is now coming to you faster. The more that you resist your purpose, life is going to be slow. Life is why aren't I running as fast as them? And then everyone's like, "Shh, humans, this is humans." Bro, how the fuck have you not manifested a mansion, a Lamborghini, your spiritual master? You should have everything already. And it's like when it's like humans just or muggles just focus on what's in front of them. So of course they make money, not realizing that money's a fucking illusion at the end of the day. So what they care about is frivolous, is an illusion. So always embrace your path and your purpose despite whether it makes money or not and continue with it. So, right? So then say you're now making $2,000 off your services. That's more than most people make at their job. If you can at least make 50 an hour, right? 50 an hour from your spiritual services, you've already just 4x or 5x whatever. You've already 4x'd your income in one day in 1 hour, right? So why would you work the slave job that only pays you $10 an hour and 9 hours a day for $90 when you could just work 2 hours a day and try to find 2 clients at least every day. And if your services are $100 or $80 to $100, then you make 160 in 2 hours, and that covers the whole fucking day. You just made 2 times more than you would have working a slave job by just taking time out of your day to make a YouTube video, to put out a service, to create in some way. So going back to the question. So yes, you definitely should always pursue that and try to find a proper balance that doesn't bleed into you, but also in a way where you are making enough to stay afloat. So that's so beautiful, Heathen. Congratulations, Heathen Coalition. That's so beautiful. Heathen won $400 today in a sweepstakes. She said, "When I'm bored, I enter sweeps. Most don't believe they would ever win or profit without being a slave, so they never enter contest. Which only way I to win them? Yes, the only way to say build a business or or in a similar way, the only way to get the job done is to do the job. Showing up is half the battle, right? So there's all these people that showed up once, they fucking lost, they're just losers. I'm always gonna lose, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I should probably kill myself. And then the thing is, they just did it one time, so it's like, oh well, I lost $50 off that sweepstake. Oh, I'm never gonna do it. I'm worthless. I'm nothing. I lost $50. It's fucking $50. It's like just try again. Um, So, congratulations to you, Heathen Coalition. That's so beautiful. Um, and know that right now you should choose this time to amplify what you're doing. I was actually watching a law of attraction video or a manifestation video on this guy that really badly wanted a car, and as he manifested the car, he manifested actually through a lottery winning where he won $1 million. So the thing is, he just wanted to manifest a car. The universe gave him a car through just what Heathen Coalition said, a sweepstakes. So Heathen Coalition, right now you have really abundant energy. You have really beneficial energy. I sense a lot of Asmodee with you. I don't know if you work with Asmodee. Um, but Asmodee would be a very beneficial energy to work with right now to even amplify or increase your wealth, prosperity, luck. Asmodee is the lord of the gambling house in hell. So he can help you to become a lot more lucky. But I definitely recommend Heathen Coalition. Ride the wave of wealth and success that you have right now. A lot of people let it flatline. Oh, I won one thing, and then they become stagnant. I can also see Belphegor energy off you. Heathen, I can also see Belphegor energy. So right now, after you've won that money, a part of you might want to be lazy, but instead of being lazy, you should go all in. You should do the work times 2, because know that the $400 was a verification on your path that you are following your purpose. So, and even going back to mastering spirits or Tamara's question, um, if someone's purpose doesn't make them a living, should they still pursue it, right? So I'm assuming you are pursuing your purpose, and maybe you work a 9 to 5. I'm not exactly sure, but the thing is, if you do, you're now shifting, and the universe is trying to show you that you should more. Oh yeah. Oh no, no, no. You've already built momentum, girl. Right now, you need to just ride the wave. Right now, you just need to ride the wave. But yeah, I would recommend the book Compound Effect. The book Compound Effect. If a lot of good things are already happening, even if they're not already happening, the book Compound Effect really helps you to see and understand how your life can compound to success. So if you won $400 today, Heathen Coalition, then that means if you choose, you could win $1,000 tomorrow or right now and in this moment. There's no limitations. The thing is, you have a vibration that is abundant at the moment. You should, Heathen Coalition, I recommend that you should watch some manifestation videos. There's research law of assumption. I have a video on that. I did that yesterday, actually. I'm leaving that one up. That's for you guys. As well as I would recommend Naya. Naya is a really good manifestation coach on YouTube. Definitely, yeah. Right now, I'm feeling such good abundant energies off you. Really ride that wave. Try to reprogram your mind to attract wealth and abundance right now, since you've just attracted it. It's harder when people are like, "Oh, I'm broke. I never win anything." Oh, no, no. It's harder to program someone's mind that's like weak. It's hard to program a weak mind and get them out of the slave mind. But since you already don't have a slave mind, you've manifested abundance. It's now in these